In that video, I will show you how to create a new contract. I am right now under event planning. On that screen, you will be able to see the name of your halls and you have different view to select. You can have the weekly view, you can have the daily view or the monthly view. The color code is based on the contract statuses. We will configure the contract status that you need with the color code that you need. If you want to see only one contract status, is it possible? Also, under planning, the system will handle if you are having combined alls. So if you are having two alls that you can merge in a big all, the system will display the information. For example, I am booking here and it's going to book that two other meeting room. To add a contract, I will just click on add a contract. The first thing you need to do is to look for your customer. Do the customer already add an event with you? You can retrieve the customer by the first name, the family name, or the company if this is a B2B customer. If the customer is already existing in your database, you can just click on the select button and the customer will be assigned to your reservation. If the customer is not in your database, you will be able to create the customer profile just right here. On the customer type, the customer source, as well as the industry, this is configuration in the account. We will be able to set the information that you need. For every customer, you can have multiple contacts associated with that customer. You will have an overview on how much money that customer brought to your business. You will be able to retrieve all the contract the customer did with you. And you will be able to add some note. If you are using Outlook 365, you will be able to see the email that you sent and you received from the customer, and you will be able to see the tracking of every changes in the customer profile. So I have my customer assigned to my contract. You can also find it in the PMS if the software is connected to a PMS. About your contract status, this is the same contract status that we have seen on the screen, so you can decide and you will be able to update the contract status. The system can handle multiple policy remarks. So if you are adding many policy remarks, you will be able to select the one you want to be printed on the contract. We will go and book our meeting room. I have the list of all of my meeting room. I will decide the day I want to have the event and the start and end time. We will configure your event type. We will configure your setup style. The system can also manage the capacity based on the all and the setup style. So the system can give you a warning or the system can block if the number of guests you are writing is outside the min and the max of the capacity. By saving my room Frankfurt on October 14, if I am going back on my planning, I will just go here and I have my event already displayed. So I have merged all for that example. So the room New York is now not available because it's a part of the Frankfurt. On a single contract, I will be able to add other reservation. It can be on the same day or different days. So if I want to go and book another meeting room, and I just need to save. The system will allow you to copy an event. So you have your first event here. The event in blue is the one displayed here. And if you click on the copy button, you have your information and you can copy for a number of days. If you want to have an event, for example, over 3 days, you can copy for 2 more days and you can copy some section of the event. And we will create a recurring reservation of the 15th and the 16th of October. I can edit individually the event. So for example, on the 15th, they will stay a lot more longer and they will be only 10 guests and it will be another event type. So you can edit. It's possible to create some tasks, use the timeline. The system will allow you also to create some packages. So the packages will be assigned to an event just right here. You have the list of the packages with the price. By default, the system will select the quantity of person, but you can change it. You can add multiple packages, on a single event, and you can have package to multiple event same time. Once you have a package added, you have the name of the package displayed just below the event, and your button will turn green. On the menu side, on my event of the 15th, I already have some FNBs who are coming from my corporate and meeting package. We can see the prices listed at 0 because we charge at the package level and not at the item level. For every menu, when you have a selection to make or items within the menu, you will have the list here. It's possible to delete the selection or keep the selection. It's also possible to add some items manually, so you will be able to create and customize all of your menu. The system will also allow you to print a seated menus. So this is all the item selected within an event. So you can use different printing option just right here. So we have our items coming from the package, but for sure we can add some a la carte item. You can retrieve by typing a text, or you can retrieve by category, for example. And if I am selecting my breakfast, I have the list of my different breakfasts. I can select and I will be able to assign the menu on multiple event. When I copy to event, all of my menu are now added to the 3 event I selected. I will be able to change the quantity. I will be able to change the price. I will be able to say, okay, at what time that menu needs to be served. All that information going to be displayed here, and it's going to be displayed on the contract and on the function sheet for your team. You have a lot of options on the menu. You can copy from an event to another event. So it will stay on the first one and it's going to be added to the other one. And you can move a menu from an event. So it's going to be removed from the first one and added to the other one. You can also use the description in your menu and you can add some comments. It's mostly used, if there is any allergies. Under services, this is all of your inventory. So we have some items coming from our package and you have the list of all of your inventory. The system can manage or not your inventory based on the configuration. You can drag and drop or select all of your inventory. You will also be able to change the quantity, the price, and you will be also able to copy your different information from an event to another one. On the bedroom tab, right now I am connected with Cloudbed PMS. So the system by my event date is selecting the start and end date, but I can always make changes and select other days. By clicking on add a reservation, this is live data from the PMS coming. You can select your different room type and you have your different bedroom and you have a number of availability bedroom. So you can just go and click on book. And right now I can just go click on submit and it's gonna go and book the bedroom in the PMS. So from Pixier, you will be able to push the data and book directly from here and it's going to be available in your PMS. So right now, if I am coming back on the contract, I will be able to send a nice looking document to the customer. The proposal is a custom document we will be able to create for you and with you. You have all the items within the event, and the customer will be able to sign electronically the contract. So it's going to be the contract who is opening on the screen with all of your legal terms and all the information that we entered in the contract, and the customer will be able to e-sign. They will be able to select, draw, or upload their signature, and by clicking on finish, the contract will be e-sign. Just right here. Once the customer e-sign, you will receive an email telling you that the customer signed. You will also see the signed document just here. And it's possible to have an automation. Once the customer e-sign the proposal, the system can switch from proposal to a confirm contract without doing manual work. And the proposal, as I said, this is a full custom document. So I am on the same event. This is just another template. You will be able to review the contract before sending it. This is all the details of the event and your legal terms that you are having. You will be able to send the contract directly from the system. So from the email, you can have different email template, and by selecting the template, it's going to be that email sent to the customer. Every email that you are sending, the system will keep a track to make sure that every user will be aware that there is email who are sent. On the invoice side, this is here. Sorry for that. I will just come back. Just here on my invoice. I have the total of my invoice. I will be able to send the invoice to the customer. I have the details. Right now, I am on the VAT format, but the system can handle any currency. If you are using a credit card processor that we have an integration with, the customer will be able to pay the invoice online. You will be able also to enter, your different payment manually, so it can be configured in the system. And if you receive a deposit of $1,000, you will be able to enter it on the invoice. You will be able to push the deposit from Pixier to Cloudbed. So the system just push the deposit in Cloudbed right now. You will also be able to send all of the revenue to the PMS. So you will be able to select a reservation, and you will be able to process now, and now all the revenue from that event is pushed to the PMS. On the function sheet, we do have different template of function sheet. This is all the information within the event who's going to be printed here. The system can also be customize all that field except the final notes can be renamed, and you can add some templates, and you can add information pretty quickly for your team. You will also be able to use the HTML editor and add information pretty quickly to the function sheet.